You ready?
Sure.
Cool. It's 8:55.
Ted, ready?
Sure.
Good to go.
Yeah. Am I
Okay,
ready?
Here we go.
Yeah. You ready?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't been ready all day. Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. This is the NPR edition. Damon, how was your week?
I'm going to choose something now for ASMR.
Cake?
Is that riveting?
You chewing cake?
I am not chewing cake.
I hear you like that.
Based on our previous conversations, I am not chewing cake. So, hey, we've been off for a
Is
little
that
bit.
one of those Eucharisms?
Yeah, Eucharisms. So we were off for a little bit, and
We have been off for a little bit.
we'll make this.
I still feel off. Yeah,
we'll make this brief.
I want nothing to do with your briefs.
Yeah, boxer briefs. We'll make this boxer briefs. So anyway, by the way,
The appropriate drawers for men.
for the ladies. All right. Should I say that slow? Boxer briefs.
Well, we've lost all three of the women that listen to this,
Well.
including your wife.
People are just hurling.
We've lost Hooper, your
driving
wife,
off the road, right?
and
Okay, so we lost both.
Mrs. Buckbarreled. The three women that listen to our show.
Sorry, Christina. So no, what I was going to do is we did Catfish Days. We kind of broke it up because we were actually recording that weekend live. We ended up doing the parade on Sunday,
Which is
and
fun.
Then doing the Fear Factor where they actually you got coerced into eating some more stuff. But since I was the primary judge, and I don't like you, the 10-year-old kid who ended up throwing up in the garbage
Twice.
Let
me say that
still beat you. Beat you.
I'm going to say that had I known that we were just going to participation trophy the thing,
Yes.
why did we even do it?
Why?
Would someone reversal of fortunes twice in an eating competition and they're still like, congratulations,
Yeah.
you're the winner? Like,
Oh, yeah.
This was
Like, let's hear it for
such
this
a
guy.
waste of time. You did have a what did you call Twinkies? No, what did you call corn dogs? Meat
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 Twinkies.
Twinkie? Yeah, you did have a meat Twinkie, but your wife put tartar sauce in it.
Oh yeah, that was kind of gross. So yeah, they give me they made this weird like gelatin pie, which I ate. I ate a couple bites of it. Then I don't know if you finished it, but they threw it away. But just to show off, if you were gonna fit, I don't remember. But then I had a Twinkie with a hot dog jammed in it. I'm like, this is nothing. I like both these things. I will eat this right now. However, there was a hidden trait inside of there that after I got like the first, you take the bite, and I just shoved the whole thing in my mouth because it really is like maybe a third of a Twinkie, right?
Yeah.
So I shoved the whole thing in my mouth like it's an hors d'oeuvre. It was filled with tartar sauce. Okay.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the day for me.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's something in there I can't quite place."
I go, yeah, that's the tartar sauce.
That's a he goes, "Yeah, that's the tartar sauce."
Actually, the low light of the day was not eating a preserved duck egg again, or the fish that was wrapped up, or the wasabi peas. None of that. It was when the guy from the band came up and said to you, "You've got a nice radio voice."
He did. So
I was like, ugh.
So we
I literally was like, ugh.
we interrupted the band, and then we kind of host a little championship thing.
Well,
or
that's
whatever,
the thing.
you know?
I didn't get much hosting time because
you became a participant.
Dad, the guy who was going to do this backed out. Can you come down and do this again? Just for 8 minutes later, that guy to suddenly rebound.
Yeah,
And be able to hand out awards.
I'm okay.
I'm okay, everybody.
I'm okay.
Did you guys get rid of that disgusting food? I'm fine then.
Jimmy's down. He's okay. But no, so like I said, it was very fun. We did the parade. Saw a lot of people.
Your daughter did the parade versus
my daughter did the parade too. That was very cool. So she gave out popsicles. It was a warm day, but it wasn't nearly as warm as it has been in the past. No. So it was very nice. But again, we look forward to that every year. It is fun. And it's just fun time to spend with people that you grew up with and even family and stuff down around there. So it's fun. But that said, we've been off for a little while. I haven't had a whole lot of experiences, but you've done some traveling.
A little bit.
And do we have any good stories?
I went to Kalamazoo right after Catfish Days. That
Nobody
was
likes
fun.
a bragger. Okay.
I drove because it's close enough, but I also was sitting with Catfish Days gross in my stomach, so that was fun. I pulled off to buy coffee at the place that we didn't get when we went on the fun run.
Right.
Fun. Pulled off. There was a truck that had slightly gone off in a ditch, so there were 20 cars. You remember that thing? You have to pull off the overpass and kind of circle back down, and there's no light. It's a left turn or a right turn.
Yeah.
Where you had the, oh no! You remember that? It was fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a truck. So there's 20 cars to the right, and because the other way, there's like 20 cars to the left. And I literally went, "Oh no!" And then like turned around, and just did a U-ey and pulled right back on the overpass and went, "Sorry, I got it on the way back." Turns out the drive from Kalamazoo to Nashville does not take you back that way. It cuts you off before that, and I was like, "Well, too bad." So anyway, we went out. Eric was there, Williamson from the KZoo Whiskey Crew. We hung out with him.
KZoo, yep.
He did not come out with us at night, which is good. So my boss, he had family in the area at one point. I don't remember. I really didn't pay attention.
At one point? Like,
well, I don't know why.
Did you visit graves?
He knew
the
area.
Okay.
He is not from Michigan. He went to Ohio State. So I know he's from Ohio.
Did you guys slide in?
He was familiar. Well, here's the thing: is we went to the first night. He's like, "Oh, I want to go to this bar I used to go to." And we go to there. It was a college bar, and it was like,
okay,
all right, this is
used to.
Yeah,
what decade?
This is weird.
Yeah,
but it was a Monday, so it really wasn't that busy. It was it was okay and everything. It just felt like a towny bar you go to that no one's at.
Yeah.
And then the next day we went somewhere else. He's like, "Hey, let's go back to that other bar." And I was like, "We don't have to do that. I'm an old man. We can just go back to the hotel and call it."
Yeah.
We go there now. It's karaoke night.
Ooh.
And it is to the gills. You couldn't, as my mom would say, stir them with a stick in this place. It is packed. Surprisingly, we weren't the oldest people there because Dave and Kevin were there.
Okay.
I know this because Dave and Kevin signed up for karaoke. And at one point I called
multiple times?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Dave, full cowboy hat, full boots, full tight jeans.
Oh, okay.
Brings his own Davy Jones tambourine.
Oh, tell me he did the Monkees.
He did not do the Monkees, but he got up in almost everyone's business and played. He was the backup. He was the backup band for almost everyone. And I'm talking, Dave's probably in his late 60s, early 70s if he's a day. He's backing up these, 19, 20, 21-year-old.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift songs don't have tambourine.
To be fair, I take that back. You had to be 21 to get in.
Okay.
We walk in, my boss starts pulling out his wallet. I'm like, "What are you, an idiot?"
Yeah.
These guys know.
Yeah, he's not carding you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not carding you.
No. You're being followed up by our buddy, our coworker Greg was there. You're being followed up by Greg and Santa. You don't need to be
right.
And I was Santa in that scenario.
Yeah.
But no, so Dave's backing up everyone. So finally I go to the waitress. I'm like, "Hey, does Dave come every week?" She's like, "Oh no." I said, "Is Dave a regular?" She's like, "Oh yeah, Dave, him and his tambourine every week." And then just walked away.
Tambourine every week.
Now, that's what my brain said. Well, my mouth said it was just Dave for every week.
Yeah.
Or is Dave regular? Because by that point, they decided to see how many drinks they could get into Ted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they decided they could how many things they could pour down Santa's old chimney.
Making Santa jolly? Were they?
Oh no! Well, I mean, he was probably fun. At one point, Greg was like, "Look, I had as much fun with one." No, this was the next day. He's like, "Look, if we go out again, I just wanted to let you know I had as much fun with one drink, Dad, as I did with whatever that was."
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that again if you don't want to. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really want to, but they just kept showing up, so I kept drinking them."
Right.
To the point where the GC on the project that I've worked with a couple times. This guy's only met me twice. It was like, "Why the long face?" I'm like, "Because if I keep my mouth shut, nothing can come out of it."
Right.
Guess what? That theory was not correct.
I'm going to need a trash can at all times. I'm gonna need a trash can with me.
I got very familiar with all the stalls in that place that
You
day.
have to jump in the dumpster? Do not
luckily, I did
stack
not.
it.
Because, no.
Do not stack it past this
Do
point.
not stack it. Because guess what? Ted's not
Ted's not jumping in there.
Yeah, trampoline.
Yeah, he's not doing it.
Trampoline.
So you got an instant dose of how old we really are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you also had a birthday when we were at Catfish Days. You were now
I'm in the
lates.
I'm in the lates. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Isn't that how it goes?
Now, my sister had a birthday a few days after Catfish Days. She's in the lates. Ooh. Next year, she starts over again. We never decide what the odds are. What's the zero? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's the zero?
I don't know. Newborn?
I don't know. She's going to be 50. I don't think that's a newborn.
Hey, it's like must-see TV.
But then,
if it's new to you.
Yeah. But then after that, thank God that was Tuesday into Wednesday because Thursday I drove straight from Kalamazoo to Nashville.
Yeah.
To visit my buddy from college, Chelsea, is one of my roommates in college. And we did some escape rooms, 3 of them.
Nice.
Now, same company. So we did one. It was called...
Just you and Chelsea?
It was called Nashville. No, the first one was Chelsea and his 2 younger daughters.
Okay.
So...
Because it's better with a group, right?
Yeah,
you have more people.
Yeah, so there were 4 of us the first... That's correct, right? Yeah, and then the second time, it was Chelsea, his 2 daughters, his girlfriend and her daughter.
Okay.
So there was... But we'll get back to that one. And then the third time, it was just one less daughter.
Okay.
But The second one, it was called.
Well, wait, did you go in with one less daughter or you came out with one less daughter?
I don't count. They're not mine.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
My kids were at home. Counted for it. 2 of them. Got it.
None of them. I was responsible for none of them, and that's how I went. The middle one
You
we
are
did.
the worst Santa Claus I've ever seen.
The middle one we did was at Opry Mills, which is across from the new Grand Old Opry and the.
Okay.
And across from Cooters in Nashville. Didn't go this time.
No?
But it's called Sabotage. You split them into teams and you go into the same room. It's a mirror image, and you have the same puzzles.
Okay.
And you get codes from the puzzles and you put them in, and you play for points. You don't try to play for escape. You play against whoever can do puzzles fast.
So it's competition.
Right.
Okay.
And you can attack the other team, and they have a there's methods to defend the attack, so they get less points. But anyway, we won that one as well, and it was great because the whole time they're like it was the adults against the teenagers / older children, and it was we're gonna kill you, we're gonna murder you. And Chelsea's much into it, and I just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
because I'm playing it smart.
Well, because you're gonna hurl.
Well, by that time I was okay.
Because you're gonna hurl.
By that time I was okay. Foreshadowing that did not last.
Okay. It's like I was there.
But yeah, I don't. First off, like I just met some of these people. This is the first time I've met. Literally, the first time I've met them was 8 minutes ago outside.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to murder you. Great. It's 2Ls. Nice to meet you. I do a podcast. It's David and Tom.
Yeah. Might have heard of us.
Yeah.
Might not have.
Might not have.
Might not have.
But I can say I won that one because I did.
Yeah.
The kids didn't. Adults rule.
Yeah. Kids drool. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
how it was, right? Yeah.
And then we drove home on Monday, and I didn't feel sick at all. Felt fine, but it was a long drive by yourself, 8+ hours. I get home, still feel fine.
Yeah.
So sometime around 3:30, it was like, hey, remember last week when you went out and got drunk? Let's try that again. To the point where I got were you sick last night? Oh, you heard that? I'm sorry.
And that was the neighbor.
Yeah.
Here at the mailbox, we're like, were you sick last night?
That was the mailman.
Yeah. You weren't even here
The
last
neighbor
night.
was down here just a second ago.
That is
Said
wild.
it was wild. It was some weird, wild stuff.
What are you doing here? Were you almost the bear? You were almost the bear, right?
But
there.
I changed it.
Almost.
I didn't want you to. I didn't want you to.
I don't need to burst out now.
Yeah.
I don't need to burst out now. So
yeah,
but you had
for not. So this is probably my karma for not really being upset with the kid doing the reverse of fortune twice.
Right.
Within a week, I had done the same thing.
Right. That's karma. That's karma. Yeah. So that's the universe making everything right.
Yeah.
Santa Claus was mean to a child. Then he got sick.
Yeah.
I like that because when you do, I'm the old guy. And it's like, that's why I don't really go out because it's like, why?
Well, that was the thing. I was with
you
two people that clearly do because when I was in Kalamazoo, because they were,
Oh, yeah. It's like their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And that's why I said, I can't hang with nobody. I don't do that. So
no, I was the driver 2 nights.
Yeah. Well, you were driving the porcelain bus probably the 3rd night, but it is what it is. So, so you had a good time though.
Yeah.
And you had
fun.
three victories in the escape room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which made up for the one I didn't. I kept telling everyone I was there. I was like, I don't think you understand. They want us to figure out you had to flush the toilets simultaneously. Like everyone within earshot got that. I was like, hey, do you guys need a clue? No, I just want to tell you about this one I did by my house.
Right.
These guys behind me seem to have it. They're almost out. We're almost good. Well, we did the third one we did. They're like, well, this is great. The third one we're dead. They're like, anyone from out of town? And Chelsea points to me. He's like, what brings you here? I was like, he does. Kind of like when we went to the comedy show and they're like, anyone from out of town? And Chelsea's like, me. And he's like, we're from Nashville. And he's like, well, I had to see Ted. And the guy was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ted before?
Yeah.
You're going to be disappointed. But anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, well, why? I was like, well, I know him. But why? I'm like, well, we've been old friends for a long time. But yeah, but why are you here? I'm like, well, what are you trying to put in the eulogy? Is that what's going on? He's like, well, it's not that bad. I'm like, you're asking me a lot of questions. You've asked no one else. You're asking me 7 questions in a row why I'm here and what's going on. This seems really weird. He's like, well, has anyone done escape rooms? And we're like, yeah, actually we have. Any of ours? Yes. Yesterday we did 2. We're well up to speed. He's like, okay, well, I guess I don't need to give you, but I think he looked at us and we're like, these guys are clowns. They're never going to get out of our hardest room. Cut to 45 minutes later, 15 minutes left on the clock. We get out and he's like, you guys didn't even ask for clues. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
First off, I didn't want to talk to you anymore because I didn't want to give you any more information.
You should have looked at him and go, why are you here?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Why are you even here?
What brought you here? Okay. Other than $11 an hour and you're supposed to give me what's going on. What brought you here? But that would have been great. You should have just reversed it.
They have one room down there that they were actually worked with Disney Imagineers on.
Ooh.
Chelsea and I did it with his daughter last year. We got out of that room and like there were 28 minutes left. We got out and they're like, is there a problem? Like, no, we're done. They're like, the person at the counter, not the person that helped us because you're clearly there.
Right.
I think if you're into voyeurism, go work in an escape room because you just get to sit and watch people on camera the whole time and occasionally be like, don't touch that.
Right.
That's not part of the game.
Hey, if you'd like to put a camera in my room, occasionally you can be like, don't touch that.
Yeah. Is that why Nicole wanted cameras?
Well, and then
Don't touch that.
follow up with again.
Could you imagine that from the others, from like literally, don't touch that. Nicole, you can just turn around and tell me that. You don't need to tell me through the camera.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why are you wearing the headset?
Yeah.
We're in the same
She
bag.
slowly grabs the headset and puts it on.
Hey, Britney Spears, why don't you take the headset off, okay?
Don't touch that.
There's feedback.
Yeah.
I can hear my own voice through it.
You know why that's looping, right? Yeah. Because you're sitting on the speaker.
Because you're right here.
These clues are coming from inside the room.
The next night I'm going to bed, she puts headphones on me. What's that? That's because I hate the echo.
Yeah.
So you wear these when you go to bed now.
Right.
You're all good.
Can you wear these? Hey, are these cans loud enough for you?
I'll be like, yeah, but how about the headphones? All right. Yeah. Giggity.
And we lost everyone else.
Don't touch that. So that might be today's title. Don't touch that.
Dude. Can't touch that. Dude.
Or you get the whole,
Please, Damon, don't touch him.
you get the whole again. You know, it's like, come on, man.
You were warned.
Yeah. There's a storm and I have DirecTV. I can't watch anything.
Well,
leave me alone.
I will say this: we did one. The first one we did. There's a rug, and whenever there's a rug on the floor, first thing I do in an escape room, that
You pick it up.
just like you and the top blanket at a hotel.
Yeah.
That bitch right in the corner. Oh yeah, that thing is wadded up right in the corner. So I do that, and they're like, don't touch the rug. You need to do that. Well, a second room opens. There's two rugs. Guess what? You need to move these two rugs. So now I have trepidation. I'm like, okay, they were very adamant about don't touch the rug in the other room, so I'm not going to touch these.
You got to bend over slow and look at me like, ah.
Yeah, someone distract that guy. Anyone got tassels? What are we doing? Turns out there's a clue under one of these rugs.
Nice.
And I was like, that feels a little cheesy that you said.
It's a little
you're
shady.
very much like, don't touch the rug.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I said to the Chelsea's daughter, I was like, hey, check under these rugs, but just if he gives you the clue that says don't do it, stop doing it.
Right. Let somebody else look under the
They
rugs.
heard me say, stop doing it. That's all they heard, because it was like a while back. I was like, remember when I said just to gently, because I grabbed the first rug and like literally just whipped that thing in the corner, like, and we're out.
Like me with the cover.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause
By
if
the
it's-
way, there is nobody does that faster than me than going into
Yeah.
a hotel room.
Yeah.
I like your suitcase hits the floor. You're already like,
I'm
where
not
did
even
half the
done that.
covers
Like,
go?
I'm just literally still coming over the threshold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
already there's like, it looks like two ghosts are hanging out in corners in the room. Like, I have to clarify, were they made when we came in?
Yeah.
Because if you found it like this,
Yeah.
I'm still leaving.
We're getting a discount. Yeah. But no, I do that. So you just chucked it. You yeeted it right
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
And then they gave you the warning, don't touch the
Yeah.
rugs. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, you don't need to do that. Don't
That
touch them.
seems pretty shady because they're telling you then in the next room you have to touch the rugs in order to be able to get out.
Yeah, because there's something under the rugs we
Right.
needed.
Like the one I've only done one, and the one that I went it basically, and there's signs in there too says don't remove paintings from walls, don't do this. I get it because they don't want you to disturb.
Well, that's the
stuff you're
thing
not
is like
supposed
some
to.
of the paintings look like they've been screwed through at least a dozen times. So I'm assuming people had
Right,
at some point
correct.
probably had a few too many college bar drinks. Yeah. That was another thing. Then the third night we went to some like downtown, like it was really cool. It's like an Irish pub kind of place. We're watching the football.
Oh yeah,
And they-
gotcha.
And my boss is talking to the bartender, like, well, where'd you go last week? Yesterday, and he said the name of the place. She's like, the college bar, as if to like
Yeah,
rub it in. And I turned around, and was like, do you see your clientele?
yeah,
Like, we're still in a college town, lady. Like, I get it, but
yeah. There's
it's not like-
bars. We're in a college
It's not
town.
like you're pulling in
yeah, yeah.
just because there's this one table of weird olds behind us that make us look young doesn't mean that this place is
Yeah. There's
sophisticated.
just walkers lined up against
Yeah.
the wall. What is that? That's
Yeah.
that's where they park them because they're going to the bar. That's where they do.
just because you charge more for your weird named vodka drinks.
So, can I give you? I didn't do anything fun, but can I give you a revelation?
Oh, we have. I don't know if you know this. We have 45 to 60 minutes to fill. You say what you need to
Okay,
say.
so I have a revelation. All right, I was watching a show.
Shocking. Was that a revelation?
No, but
Matt,
if,
can you play the closing? I think we're done.
if I was ever if I was ever to become a serial killer, I would also fake being a psychic. And then I would find all the missing persons that I caused because no one would ever suspect that. You follow what I'm saying?
You would throw down a false trail.
Yes. So I would be like, what? Do your Sylvia Brown voice? You know, it's like, you do.
Oh, man.
But you know what I'm saying?
I haven't
would,
done that since I couldn't do it for
Chad.
For Chad.
Yeah. But in reality, that's what I would do is I would I would commit my crime.
This person has never seen a overweight Italian man
Right.
who likes the sound of another guy talking like a bear. He's never seen anyone like that. Never.
But my thing would be, okay, listen, and you just stop and you're like, okay, and then you walk out in the woods and you're like, okay, let's go 10 paces this way. Okay, I'm feeling, you know what I mean? I would just do the whole thing. And then inevitably I would trip over the body and be like, oh, look what I found. You know what I mean?
So are you saying that you would solve your own crimes?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I thought you were pointing away from your crimes.
No. I'm taking you to my victims because why would anybody ever do that? You follow me?
Oh, you're reverse psychology in these people?
There you go, right there. So I'm telling you right now, this is if I ever become a serial killer, other than like Raisin Bran and Golden Grams, if I ever become a serial killer, I swear to God.
You should check in his back pocket. No, the other one.
His front pocket. Slower.
I put it in one of the pockets. Someone put something in one of the pockets.
Someone. Yeah. So I feel like you should really check their pockets. Why? I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
I think there's a note.
When you're doing the autopsy and all the other stuff, if you find my keys in this guy's pocket, that's just the psychics. That's the spirits did that.
I'm like a psychic / David Copperfield. All of a sudden,
you're just like do. Abracadabra.
Abracadaver.
Do. Oh, there you go. Abracadabra, don't touch that.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
So the best part is so you're wrist deep in the autopsy and you're like, I found this guy's keys.
Wow.
Okay? You're like, I found the keys.
Hey,
we're harvesting organs.
Was
I
that
found the
psychic
keys.
anywhere near the body? No, why? Well, we found his keys way in the butt cavity. Like way in there.
And his lanyard.
Like almost
That's
like
a callback.
Almost like elbow deep.
Weird.
He was nowhere near it?
No.
Anywhere he could literally jam stuff up the chute? No.
No, not at all.
Huh.
No.
Well, that's weird. That's the fourth body we found like that. That's strange. Should we make a note of it? No.
You go.
We can't. Well, they're like, we can't lose this guy. He's finding all these bodies. He's closing out all our cases.
We don't want to piss him off.
Right.
This guy's good.
This guy's good.
This guy's
Who
good.
knows where all the bodies are?
So then you go to my house in my key drawer and you open it up. It's just stacked with keys because I keep losing them in bodies. So I just had like 400 copies made at Ace. Okay. And they're like, hold on a second.
Yeah, let's go to a town hall. Like, have you seen this man? And everyone says no. The local locksmith's like, well, he does ring a bell.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
He's the reason I pulled up in a Porsche. So yeah, I know that guy.
That guy bought 400 keys and a dozen shovels one day.
And a dozen shovels. But I want to do that and just be like, okay, listen, I got to clear my mind. Everybody quiet. Because then you have the power too. Like, everybody quiet. All right. We need to get in a car. Let's drive. And then inevitably you take them through like an Arby's drive-through on the way. You're like, let's go through the drive-through right here.
I'm feeling beef and cheddar.
No, but you're doing like, I'm retracing the killer's steps. Then when you get to the crime scene, there's nothing but Arby's wrappers all around. And I'm eating a beef and cheddar.
I'm thinking though, they got a couple psychics. The one's like, I'm getting dark. I'm getting cold. I'm getting, like wet. And you're like, no, we need to go to the forests. We need to hang a left on First Street, go down 3 blocks. You're like very specific.
Well, I thought you were going to say that, and we're in the drive-thru, and you're like, well, I know I'm not getting ham. I know that. You're like, I'm getting a number 1.
Yeah, I can tell the killer didn't get any ham. Because they say they have the meats, but they don't.
So that is, here, that's going to happen, okay? If I ever become a serial killer, I will also be the most renowned psychic that stops at Arby's on the way. That just how hysterical would that be though? Like, I'm retracing the steps.
Remember how they had the BTK killer?
Yeah, just the BK killer.
Yeah, you're the BK killer. Like, so he bound and killed them? No, he went to Burger King a lot.
And then
he liked it his way.
And then inevitably, whenever I find the buddy, be like, he supersized them. You know what I mean? It's like I'll have my own code.
You'll be the BKRB killer.
BKRB?
Yeah.
Are those letters? Well, it's ARBY. It's
you can just say RB. It's the same. You don't need 4 letters to say 2.
You could put 2 periods in the sign and have the same thing. Like, hey, RB.
We should just go to random Arby's and do that. Hey, can I help you? Yeah, just letting you know. You could just put 2 letters on the sign.
Yeah.
It would say the same thing.
Yeah, BK knows what they're doing. Yeah. What are you guys doing? McDonald's just has 1 M.
You ever notice on the county markets the light never goes out by itself? Weird.
So that's my revelation. And then I do have one other thing that I did see this week, and I had to share this. By the way, Matt, could you please turn the heat up in here because I'm sweating? Thank you. If you could turn the heat up.
I don't think it's possible.
I'm almost
to turn
at
it
a
up.
flame broil. So
Have it your way.
hopefully you have a nice fan pointing on yourself. Don't worry about the talent. We're fine.
Do
Don't
all
worry
beef
about it.
patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
Yeah,
pickles,
well,
onions on
I
a
got-
sesame seed bun.
Yeah. The sesame seed bun is damp at this point. But anyway, so here we go.
Your cake is moist.
Yes. By the ocean. So anyway, I saw a sign. It was a homemade sign. And when I say homemade sign, I mean like it looked like a kindergarten kid made it, had a phone number on it, and this is what it said. Financial coach. Okay. That's awesome. Oh, I can feel a fan now. It's amazing.
Was it?
It's the one that was in the corner that wasn't on.
Was it done by the count? Yeah, it was on.
It was pointing at his TV.
No, it was on the general.
Oh.
It was on 01.
Okay. So anyway, no, I saw this, and then when you turn and come back the other way through the same intersection, there's another one
Say
that look.
preschool.
No, it does, but it says financial advice, right? And it has like I must have the same number, but it's the same kind of sign made. It's literally like you just went and got the signs, but you're like, I don't want you to print these. I just need a Sharpie. And then you write it on an angle, and you run out of room, and you put like 2 numbers underneath it on the bottom.
They wrote it on the drive over.
Oh, it was great while the car was moving down the
Right.
frontage road, right?
Right.
So,
or the road in front of Mac's studio.
but my thought was, who's going to call that number? I mean, other than you can tell the guy's very frugal. So maybe you're like, financial advice, we don't waste money on signs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe that's just advice.
Yeah. Number 1, don't waste money on marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, invest the money you would have spent on
Yeah,
marketing
you can
in
buy
something else.
You can buy all your marketing at Dollar Tree. Do you have a number 2? No.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I use a Sharpie.
No.
No, you mean pencil?
Maybe they were looking for a financial coach.
Yeah. Please call.
Yeah.
I need. The I need's on the back of the sign.
Yeah.
They couldn't fit it because they wrote everything else too big, and they're like,
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Is that you get to the other side and you're like, oh, this makes a lot more sense.
I wrote I need really big. I guess I'll have to flip it around and put financial advice.
coach.
Yeah.
Industrial design. Question mark.
But it's like, again, when you see this, it's one thing to put a sign up, you lost a dog. You did the, or in search
garage
of,
sale.
or I buy houses. I see those all the time. They're handmade. They're put everywhere. I get it. But to be like, I give advice. It's not on penmanship. It's not.
Yeah, I give advice on how to spend your money.
Yeah, it's not how to logically, reasonably think of how many words and letters can fit on one part of this sign. And you know what's weird? I don't have an extra one. It's kind of weird. I was going to do this. I just did it on a whim, with a Sharpie. Ran out of room. I'll put the 6 and the 8 down here in the bottom. There's supposed to be 4 numbers in the back part. Everybody knows that. That's not advice, But, when I saw that, and then the other one said financial advice. So it's financial coach and financial advice. Now, the best part would have been, because it did look like the other one was written much sloppier, if they were in competition with each other and they were different numbers. That would have been hysterical.
Well, that's their financial advice. You can save money by splitting your marketing. Hey, I know I don't like you, but you want to go halvesies on some poster board and a paint stick?
Right. But the financial coach, because the coach in me will be like, every time you spend money, you do up downs. Okay. You're doing planks. Okay. This is what you're doing. And then vice versa. The financial advice is don't spend money. You're going to have to do up downs.
Right.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to that guy.
Yeah, my financial advice is don't talk to the coach. Yeah. Anything else?
That's your advice.
Anything else? No,
that's all I got.
That's all I got.
You owe me $49.95.
Right.
And have a nice day.
Also, my financial advice was not to call either of these numbers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I would have never called that number. No,
Yeah.
not at all. Not at all. So, but no, I just thought that was kind of crazy. And so let's do some fun facts. Because here's the deal. I don't want to miss out. I actually have a strange story today.
Ooh.
Yes, we haven't had one in a while.
Strange.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. It was a teaser, but it's coming. All right, so here we go. First fun fact. A 27-year-old Chinese man proposed to a girl by solving 840 Rubik's Cubes and using them to create a giant portrait of his dream girl.
So you didn't solve them.
Why?
Because in order to make the portrait, you have to change them into different colors.
Correct. But she said no. So he went to all this-
actually, they are.
Yeah, it looks like they might be individual cubes.
Well, no, usually, but you make the cubes into different, because sometimes you need a curve or an angle.
Right.
So why would you solve them? Why would you just open them up and put them
40 of them.
in the?
Yeah, but 840 of them to go and basically a mosaic of this girl's
Right.
face. Okay. In
Now,
white.
here's the thing: What was it? Did he propose? Was that what it was? Or you just asked her out?
Of his dream girl. Yeah, proposed to a girl.
See, that's creepy. If you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
not with someone, and your first move, you jump from 0 to 840, Rubik's Cube, whatever that costs,
Right.
to do a picture of them.
Yeah.
And
She's going to say no because you're psycho.
Right.
Yeah. The answer is
He's
no.
eventually going to be under a bunch of Arby's wrappers because you're going to kill him.
So let me backtrack. Okay. I watched a show with Nicole. It's called Matched Abroad. It's about matchmaking people, but it's overseas.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
Yeah. So it's matched abroad. Okay. So this dude meets, so they go on like speed dates, right?
What? Mac just pulled up a picture.
Yeah,
of
that's
this.
the picture of it.
He looks so smug. I think he just looked at her. I think she didn't even look at the picture and like, that's me. She just looked at this guy and went, no.
Yeah. She like he turned to her and went, ta-da, and she went,
Those aren't even the real. Those are those fake ones.
Yeah, the Rubik's Cubes?
Yeah, they're not even the real ones. You
No.
can tell by the color green.
No.
Not even a fan.
No. So he used the Aldi Rubik's Cubes.
Seriously.
But so we're watching this matched abroad thing, right? And it's matchmaking, which I did not know. You know, matchmaking is a true profession,
Yeah. Well, I mean, people do it. That doesn't mean it's a profession.
but they get paid to do this.
Yeah.
So they're setting up dates for these people from here that travel to different countries, and they're going on like I don't want to say speed dates, but they're in town for like 7 days, and they're dating 3 people in 7 days. Okay, so this guy, when you're saying about this Rubik's Cube, it brought this to my head. But basically, the dude, one guy, he proposed after 1 date. He went and bought a ring. Even the matchmaker's like, I've never seen this before. No, I saw the guy walk in the room. He was proposing to 3 women on this trip. You're giving him 3 different options.
If you have struck out on everyone in your own country,
Yeah,
that you got to call a stranger to have you set you up with someone across the seas,
yeah.
I would have seen that coming. I'm like, this actually checks out.
Right. There is, 330 million people here?
Yeah, but the same thing. My point is, if you jump from 0
Yeah.
to, I'm going to make a creep
Mosaic.
of your face,
Yeah.
that's immediately no.
Yeah. Yeah. And then to be shocked.
Yeah.
But so one other guy in the show that wasn't quite the the unit that the first guy was that proposed, he went out and he was in a country, I don't know, Brazil or something, but he goes out on a date with 2 girls that look very similar to each other, dark features, very attractive. But the second girl, she turns around. First off, she's facing the other way. Yeah, he's already in love. Okay. She turns around and he goes, as soon as she turned around, I thought, this is the one. And it's like, how?
Right.
How did it? Listen, that's great that she has a nice set of personalities and you noticed that in the first,
I will
30
also
seconds.
say, read the room. This is because you're Mosaic. He didn't clearly, maybe he doesn't even know this person well enough to read the room.
Right.
But I've also seen a thing, I don't know where I saw it. It was some sort of social media thing where the guy is driving with his girlfriend and said it was like a Burma shave thing. He'd put signs out, probably handwritten on a stick.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Where he's
Financial
like sliding
advice.
down on the back. He just took the financial coach's guy sign and said,
Right.
will you, it was like a rhyme and it got to the thing, and she was like, oh my God, this is pathetic. And as she's saying that, he's pulling up the last card in the car and it's a question mark. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, do I put it down? Do I not put it down? She turns. She's like, oh no. Realizes that she is just pooped all over this guy's.
Tell me she jumped out of the car.
No, she feels really bad that she did that. But then it's like, bro, did you not?
Yeah.
How well do you know this person?
Yeah.
Where you thought like this is going to be great. And then it just like.
Well, and again, from the fun facts, we just have the sentence, but if we reread it, a 27-year-old Chinese man proposed to a girl. Doesn't say his girlfriend. Doesn't say his long
Well, that's
time.
what I'm saying. Like,
Like
that's what I'm saying. How well do you know this person?
Yeah. I know her from math class in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 37 now, but I saw her on Facebook, so I thought, well, if I can get to that place and make a
I
mosaic.
will say part of this is our own doing, because have you seen all the stuff that people have to do to ask people out and do the prom proposals and all that stuff? I'm like, stop this.
We set the bar.
Stop it.
Yeah, we set the bar.
I want to just be able to take like the paint stick from the financial coach's sign and just collectively slap society and just stop it. Stop it. Just our hands.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not anything like violent. Just
Maybe
just a
squirt
light
bottle.
Yeah, that's
Spray
fine.
'em?
Get a can. Get the can of the Mac has here with the coins in it. It scares you off.
Yeah, I'm just rattling around.
No.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Get him.
Stop it.
That's what keeps me off the table.
Stop it.
Keeps me off the table. That's got to work. Is all.
We have gone too far.
So, here, second fun fact. Not about a guy who gets shut down. Oh, this was neat. Australia's first cops were all criminals. Their first police force ever.
Well, that's because the entire country of Australia was literally a prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said like the British were like, hey, we got that island we're not doing anything with, even though there's already native people living on it. Kind of like this country. Yeah. Let's just throw all of our degenerates down there, and that way we don't like. You know what the greatest prison? Ocean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So clearly they had to be like the people that were there. All of them were criminals.
But they had 12 of them. This is for all of Australia, I guess. But it says it was made up of the 12 best behaved convicts. Hey, look, you've been doing pretty good. Okay.
Hey, can I get out if I'm on good behavior? Ooh, I got one better for you.
Oh, you want to be a cop?
Yeah.
Hey,
you know how you're really good at doing crimes? How are you at solving crimes? and then you're like, oh, well, I know we got to go run by Arby's.
I know we got to stop at Arby's.
You know what really makes me a good cop? A nice beef and chili.
You know what's great?
You know what I would like, though? Ham. It may be a better cop.
Maybe they need the meat.
Maybe we should arrest A and B.
Wouldn't that be weird, though, if in Australia, because they're at the opposite side of the world, they just had ham? That's the only meat they had?
Man, it's real upside down. It's topsy-turvy down here. I'm telling you. Not turned into, like, Sylvia Brown Sinatra. It's topsy-turvy, baby.
I cannot get a chicken cordon bleu. I can get a ham cordon bleu. Is that 2 hams? That's 2 hams.
Yeah, we don't even have roast beef. We have ham. Is it even Arby's? It's right in the name. RB.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Weird.
Do you even beef down here?
We have HM. Ham.
We have the meat.
DMs. So I do.
Yeah, it's just HMs. It's just
I'm gonna get a sandwich.
Can I get some of that Hermsy sauce? That sounds amazing.
Those sandwiches make me excited. Don't touch it. Don't touch that.
Don't touch that.
Hey. And then I look. That's not supposed to be out.
Yeah.
This is not supposed to be out.
I think those are all lines that have come through your Ring camera.
Right.
From your own room.
So here, let's do one more. It is not groundbreaking for you to know that. The opposite of deja vu, you know what it is? Is known as Jameis vu.
Oh yeah, never seen. Right.
Is not remembering something you always see.
Yeah.
So like
where people put their keys. Yeah. Not naming names.
Right.
Yeah, but you just become it's the same thing like smells. You become nose blind to them. It's visual blindness.
Right. Yeah. But I like that how deja vu is like, man, I think I've been here before, and then Jameis vu is like, I've been here a million times, but man, I just don't remember this.
Hey, did you guys see this? Yeah, it's been there for 40 years.
Yeah, it's called Spaceballs. You've watched it 10 times. This movie's great. It's like, how do you do that? So
McDonald's has a big yellow M in front of all their buildings. I mean, it makes sense.
Do you know Arby's doesn't have ham? You've been there 1,000 times. How do you not know that?
You know what? They could just take out the A in the wine. It'd be the same thing.
But Jameis vu. I mean, deja vu. I don't know what deja means. I have no idea what these words translate to. But Jameis. That'd be like a guy's name.
Again, and then jamais vu is never seen.
Oh, so it's jamais?
Yeah.
Oh, so Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis. It's Jameis. Jameis. Good old Jamie Vu.
You know what? Jameson Vu is why you don't see it. I was on a lot of Jameson.
I had a few shots of Jameson Vu.
Yeah, so I saw it. I just don't recall it. So you saw it.
That guy makes a good French whiskey. Yeah. Jameson Vu.
Jameson Vu. And you know what's weird? A French whiskey sounds like an Asian guy, but that's okay.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
I think he's doing it wrong.
So now, okay, we're gonna shift gears before we get to our strange story. We're gonna do a TCO sells it for you.
Wow,
too.
we're going
full
middle
tilt.
school. It's not old school. It's middle school.
Speaking of middle school, I got this one from somebody we know since middle school.
Oh no,
Heath Petty. Okay.
Heath Petty.
Heath Petty sent me this one. Actually tagged me in it, and I said this is definitely going to be talked about. So here he's going to enjoy this. He already knows it, so it's not new to him.
It's not new to him.
Yeah, this is not new to you. Yeah, it's not NBC. So buyer beware. Don't buy this for your kid unless they are mentally prepared to be cooler than the starting quarterback. Their social media followers are going to skyrocket the minute they get their sweaty little mitts on this fine machine. Seller is not responsible for hickeys, late night sneaking out, or the loss of virginity. You've been warned. Hashtag Ford FKN Ranger. Okay? This is a 2001 Ford Ranger, regular cab, mind you, So I don't know how many hickey, I guess, but I don't know how much more you're doing in a regular cab.
Right.
This is how they're trying to sell it. So
Is that the stick shift? You're happy to see me.
yeah, right.
Possibly both.
The thing is, they also felt the need to put 8 pictures or 9 pictures of it. It's a red pickup truck. Okay. I don't know that I need 9 pictures.
It's basically when a child is drawing a pickup truck.
Right.
This is what they draw.
That's what they draw. Correct.
Rectangle.
Yeah.
Upward rectangle.
Yeah.
Another longer
Yeah.
rectangle.
This doesn't have like one big tire in the back, though, like maybe they would do. But yeah, other than that, it's spot on. But for you to basically be like, unless they're mentally prepared to be cooler than the starting quarterback. Okay. So if your kid's a mental midget, he can't drive this truck. Okay. No matter how ugly your kid is, apparently his social life is going to become quite the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're not responsible. This truck could make you a grandpa instantly, but you still need to buy it for your kid. Okay.
Well,
Now-
not necessarily. They might be practicing safe weirdness in that
Yeah, that's right.
in that solo seat.
Correct. That you cannot tilt back. You're
Right.
sitting straight up while you're driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Unless you're like people we grew up with that put the base box behind the seat. So you actually sit about 8 inches closer to the steering wheel
Right.
and you sit straight up because you're not tilting it.
Yeah, if you wanted to put in a giant speaker system in the back of your car,
Yeah.
maybe get a car with a back.
Yeah, get a car with get the cab in half.
Yeah.
You don't have to get the full
Right.
the full quad cab. Cab in half.
Cab and a half. Because
Cab
no
and
one
a
can
half.
sit back there anyway. That's a
Correct.
myth.
I've sat in those.
Oh, I
And
have too.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? Listen, I'm fat regardless, but I'm also wide shouldered. And when you turn sideways and sit in there
Yeah.
and someone leans that seat back that's the same size as you hate life.
I took a little spin down to Eastern Illinois
Oh, so
University. No, luckily the person who owned the truck, we went to pick up her boyfriend. She was like, "Hey, I'll ride in the back. You can ride shotgun." And I was like, "Thank God."
Yeah.
Because I had not gotten control over my claustrophobia at that point.
Yeah.
I guarantee at one point they would have heard on 57. What was that? That was 10. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Well, you know,
And we didn't even have that sliding window. They just did a gush of shh.
but in that point in time, you'd rather just ride in the bed.
Yeah.
I'll just
touch
lay in
that.
the bed. Yeah.
No, for seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
You know we're going to be on highway speeds. Don't care.
So
I will
anyway,
be in the bed.
if you're looking to either ramp up your kids' sex life or just get a killer Ford Ranger, reach out. I can tell you where it is. So, but by the way, $5,500 for this 2001 Ford Ranger. I got news for you. It doesn't give the mileage. I bet it's got 250,000 miles on it. So, but yeah, I wanted to share that because he put it up. I'm like, yeah, I just like the hashtag Ford FKN Ranger.
You're paying $5,500 for the idea of having a working truck.
Correct. See, in theory,
Yeah.
this truck is
It worked
just-
once.
It's a truck, right?
Yeah.
In theory, it's a truck. So anyway, strange stories. You ready?
Strange stories.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Okay. So here's a title because I don't think we could make up as much as this is probably going to read good. I don't think we make it up. Florida cops, please stop calling us to interrupt manatee orgies. Did you hear from the other room?
I don't want to ruin it because if you have this headline for the next show, we'll talk in between shows. But this
Okay.
reminds me of a headline that
Okay.
bonkers.
Okay.
Even more bonkers than this, but let's go.
So it says, if you see this is in quotes, if you see this, don't call us. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said to the social media, referring to the heaving, squirming mass of manatees in shallow water.
What do you think that sounds like?
I don't know. I was glad you didn't go, I'm sure Damon knows what that sounds like. So I do appreciate the fact you didn't go there instantly.
I mean, this is all editable. We can cut
Yeah,
that.
but it says, you see, manatees like to get their freak on in groups known as mating herds. So manatees are swingers, okay? Swingers. They should build a subdivision of 4 houses and have one community house,
Right.
and that would be great.
Yeah, just, Pineapple Lane.
There's a lot of flailing flukes, slapping flippers, and all other kinds of erratic movements when the massive mammals get hot and bothered. I like that.
Now,
honestly, if I was going to do a tattoo,
Here's
I
the
would get
problem.
that whole thing.
Did you not read recently that the waters off of Florida have reached hot tub-like temperatures?
No, really?
Yeah, some of it they were reaching like 101 in
Oh,
some
well, then
places.
that's-
and maybe
That's why.
Yeah,
They're just chilling.
yeah, maybe this in the hot tub.
Yeah.
got a little overexcited.
Yeah, to get the bubbles going.
Yeah,
Oh,
those flukes started slapping. Yeah. What?
No. So it says a passerby who's not well versed in the
Could you
intricacies
imagine that?
of manatee lovemaking might think the animals are in trouble, but they aren't, unless that's how they like it. So here's the quotes. We get calls all the time from citizens say they see a mating herd, in parentheses, believing the manatees are in distress. We can assure you they're more than fine. Okay, listen.
Well,
Why
maybe
the manatees?
maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's the wrong day for someone. Maybe one of the manatee's wives has brought down the microphone and is like, "Don't touch that."
Yeah, that's what it
And then
is.
you should call the cops on that because
Yeah. There's that manatee wants half
Yeah.
of all her husbands. But our manatees, so they're all about voyeurism. They're like, you can watch from the shore.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they don't do it deep water. They get up.
Yeah.
They get up on the shore.
Yeah. It's like if you were ever like getting frisky in a pool, that's cool if everything's underwater except from your neck down.
These sound less like manatees and more like manatees.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. TEASE.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my point is, I guess,
Is that a manatee or a monatee?
yeah. So you're in a pool and you're getting frisky. That's cool if I can only see your head. I don't want to know what's going on. Okay. But when you lay on the sun shelf, and get the same level of frisk, I feel like that's a little overdone, a little overstated. Okay. So that's just how it is. Like, I don't go to the splash station and be like, okay, here's where I'm about to get. I'm going to hold my woman's hand. I'm going to, that's not what you do. You need to be covered in deep water. Manatees, right on the beach.
Right on the beach.
Here we go. So as in fact.
Yeah, because you're hearing all that slapping and slurping.
So this next sentence, I don't know how I'm going to get through it. In fact, it's important for you to allow the fleshy, blubbery event to continue. Florida manatees have been dying off recently. So I bet you.
I thought they were going to say, like, if you interrupt the situation.
You're going to become part of it.
Yeah, they're coming after you.
Yeah.
They're basically like, look, these guys need to get it on.
Yeah.
We have been encouraging it.
So they all stop and they look at you and go, ooh, who's the new guy?
Why are you guys throwing sand up on the shallow part? Oh, we're making it for the manatees.
Adam. There's candles lit along the
I was gonna
beach.
say, there's like candles and like rose petals and like, oh, you just for all Florida visitors, do not touch. Don't touch that.
It's not supposed to be out. Yeah.
That's not for you.
Why is there chilled rosé
Yeah.
on the beach? It's for the manatees, because sometimes they ain't feeling it. We need to get them, they're dying off. They're dying off. But it says how to form a mating herd. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, but how are you supposed to tell whether a manatee herd is banging or in need of help? Well, I got news for you. I got similar problems at home. Okay. Not me, but I know somebody.
Shh. Don't touch that. Shh. Why is it robotic now? Are you outsourcing your don't touch? That's
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Just hit the, doesn't even wake up for it. Just hit the button.
Don't touch that.
Yeah. So anyway, says manatees can mate all year round, but their prime season for love is the summer months. Hey.
Yeah, summer love.
Who doesn't feel that way,
Summer loving, slapping so fast.
My manatee,
He just reduced it.
my manatee thong is showing my ass. They're just out there traipsing around.
Do I call the cops or just walk on past?
Okay. Here's what's
Cool
crazy.
Dad Stew is on the shelf.
This one's going.
Manatee loving is first up.
Yeah. Manatee love it.
Manatee loving.
Manatee love it. Manatee thongs.
No, I think we just call it manatees.
Manatees. Manatees. Manatees.
EASE.
All right. So the spectacle begins when a female manatee releases pheromones. That's everywhere. Okay. Into shallow coastal waters. That's why they got to be shallow. Okay.
Man, it smells like hot fish out here.
Man. Are you trying?
I'm either hungry or a different age. I don't know what's going on.
Are you trying to tell me something? So it says, we didn't try finding out how she does this. We'll just assume it has something to do. Never mind, not reading that. As males catch a whiff of the female,
I could have done with you skipping that line too, to be honest with you.
they arrive in numbers to the female. So really, it is just like humans. She goes, I'm ready. Every guy in the bar goes, me too.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, hey, Johnny, put that wrench down. You guys smell that? You guys getting it?
So
Meanwhile, like George slides out from underneath the manatee the car on the sled. He's like, "Where'd everyone go?"
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, okay. Is this the part where I go to a clam bake? I'm not going to say it.
You did.
So then they begin competing.
Timestamp.
Yeah, timestamp. Cut that. Cut that. Then they begin competing for mating rights. So, then this is what people mistake for fighting. Well,
It sounds like fighting.
the manatee will climb. They'll climb over each other, and the womanatee. That's what they call it. Womanatee. That is so awesome. All one word. They just put
Please
whoa.
tell me it's spelled with a Y.
No, they just put whoa in front of
Whoa, manatee.
Yeah, attempting to get underneath them for some sugar. So they're fighting, and she's burrowing to the bottom of the pile going, I'm getting in on this.
One of them's got to be facing the wrong way.
Meanwhile, as she's burrowing, thong's coming off,
Right.
okay? Because it is go time, all right? It's go time. Mando bomb.
Yeah.
It's go time.
This is one time you don't want to be king of the mountain.
And this is the next sentence. The scene can seem relatively peaceful at times before exploding in flapping flippers and splashing water.
Yeah, when they realize, wait a minute.
There's a woman down here.
Yeah, Jerry Manatee. Well, he's not even here, but I apologize. I just picked a name. Jerry Manatee's on the bottom, like, shh, be quiet. Don't say anything. Don't let him know you're down here.
Yeah. Shh, just me and you. They're all fighting.
Yeah.
Flipper's a blower up there.
They're just keeping watch. There are lookouts.
They work for me. It's all good.
Don't make any noise.
As the day goes on, the
Shh,
male
be quiet.
manatees. Oh, God. As the day goes on, the male manatees may leave to go grab some lunch before coming back for round 2, 3, or 4.
Hey, baby, I'll catch you on the flip side.
I got to be honest with you. I'm totally feeling this. Let me make a sandwich,
Yeah.
take a small nap. I'll be right back.
I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
First off, I'm not sure if that was you or Jerry. Either way, I'm going to get a sandwich, okay?
I don't care who it was. It was sandwich worthy.
Once again, I apologize for Jerry, but he's not here, and Ted chose that name, okay? So, but it says, meanwhile, the female generally stays put in the shallow water until she decides she's had enough. All right. I don't know if a manatee can be called a whore, but we're going to do
Here's
that,
the thing.
okay?
Because you're like, all right, everyone break. Everyone goes for a sandwich. Everyone goes for a sandwich. One guy just hangs back and be like, hey, I send them off for sandwiches. Just you and me now.
I gave him Arby's coupons. It'll be a while. They like ham.
Yeah.
It'll be a while.
Oh, yeah. I told him to go. You know what I did? I told him to go to Arby's and get me a ham sandwich. They'll be gone for a while.
It's all good, baby. We're good. Why don't you burrow underneath me and let's see what happens? So
Pops up, sees the onlookers. What are you looking at? Don't call no cops. We don't need no badges.
okay, this is at times the massive males might push the female into deeper water. That's when the herd gets the most riotous. As the female attempts to swim back to shore, she's like, "I'm not leaving yet." While the males,
The other man's like, what are you doing?
while the males keep trying to do their thing.
That doesn't. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that
I
either.
want an editor on that line.
Yeah, I just read it. Let's see here.
No, I want an editor whoever wrote it. Not who read it. Yeah.
So, what you should do if you notice a manatee mating herd, the answer is nothing. You should make absolutely sure not to bother the animals for a few good reasons. The first, and perhaps most obvious reason, is that it's dangerous. Yeah. I tell you what, it's dangerous to interrupt me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I got news for you. And there's not 12 guys, okay, in a pile.
Yeah. If you're watching large animals
Yeah.
already beating each other up for this thing, you get in there and be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
You pull off your swimming suit and jump. I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
You just slide right in the middle of manatees.
Let me give you one of my 12 shovels. I'm going to burrow in.
Man, the one man turning around. Who's this bitch eating Arby's? Eating beef and cheddar? Who's this guy?
Where'd they get the ham? They had to bring that from home,
Is
right?
this Australia? Where are we at? So it says
G'day, mate.
the manatees will be focused on mating and may not notice your approach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
that's true.
Again, same applies in your bedroom.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Correct. Listen, this is the same.
When did you get here?
I got news for you, okay? This is every world war could have been solved this way, too.
Yeah.
You go in when they're mating. They have no idea
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
Okay? When did we invade it?
That's why they say the story of Valley Forge. You did it overnight during Christmas. That's just for the kids.
Right, yeah.
He really went in during the Valentine's Day orgy.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Old Washington's like, I know where we're going in.
We got this.
Yeah. when those red coats are showing their white asses, we're going in.
Like a manatee in summer. It's go time. I picture that George Washington's voice 150%. It's go time. It's go time. With their attention on the female, they can easily slap you or roll on top of you. Okay, I don't know which one's worse.
Again could happen in your bedroom.
And if they do notice you, they could get angry. Let's say, oh my God. I'm going to read this because it's part of the thing. Let's say a blue balling a 1.5 ton mass of muscle and fat as a natural element. It will not end well for you.
I'm going to let you go on that one.
Yeah, I read it straight out of there.
You're waiting. You're like, all right, don't say it.
But it says, even if you happen to get away unscathed, approaching them could distract them, and it could prevent nature from taking its course. Florida's estimated 6,500 to 8,500 manatees have been experiencing a phenomenon in unusual mortality since 2000. Okay, so basically what they're saying is, if they're banging, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't call us to tell us they're banging. We know. We know.
Yeah.
And I got news for you. That's how it works in my neighborhood too. Okay? That's just what happened. We know.
Yeah. If the oceans are slapping, don't ask what's happening.
We live in the Midwest. When there's tremors, they're like, we know what Damon's doing. It's happening right now.
It could also happen in your bedroom.
You know what's weird? That should just be the thing. Manatees, it could also happen in your bedroom. I think we just named it. But anyway, just so everybody knows, if you're in Florida, I tell you, I'm glad we read that story because I don't think I could have as much fun trying to determine what that headline was than just reading that. So, to catch everybody up, this week we've learned we do not interrupt manatee
We've
orgies.
learned that Ted can no longer do 12 to 15 drinks in one night.
Oh, we did learn that. We learned that early.
Yeah.
We learned that early.
We learned Ted's back in the escape room, baby.
We also didn't learn quite why Ted's here, other than he knows this guy. Okay, so that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Hey, is that true for here too? That works
That's
here.
true. Why are you here? Well, I know this guy. Why?
I know that.
For a long time. But why are you here today? I don't know.
Where can they find us, Ted?
You can find me escaping from rooms all over the place. Don't find Damon in his bedroom. That's not supposed to be out. Yeah. You can find us on all the socials at That Checks Out WDT. You can find us on our website, thatchecksout.net. You can find us on YouTube for a video for Cool Dads. It's a great video. Share with all your friends. You can find us at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio, but please don't come down during the recording. Come down anytime other than that and talk to Matt. Get your own show set up. Audio Hive has provided the audio hiving production quality for this video.
Audio hiving? Yeah. That's a verb now.
Yeah.
Audio.
Is that a swear word?
It might be.
Hey, there's some
In my house, it is.
walruses that are audio hiving too sometimes.
Hey, everybody. Can anyone join in on that?
Mac just burrows under us and then records.
Gross.
Gross. Yeah.